Hi guys, Casper7001 here, and today we are back with a video on the channel, and today it is not a music reaction. Today we're actually going to be picking fights on the UFC Fight Night 232 card, Alan versus Craig, and you know, we're going to switch it up. I'm channeling my inner MMA guru here. I love watching UFC. I think I've watched it for like, a year maybe now. So I'm quite a new fan of the sport, but my knowledge is still here. I'm good at picking fights. If you do enjoy this type of content and you want to support the channel, make sure you go down below, hit the subscribe button. It's much appreciated, and I'm on my way to 1,000 subscribers. So I have the entire fight card in front of me here. All 13 fights I think there is. And we're starting off with Charles Johnson versus Rafael Estevam. I'm not sure if I've seen Rafael Estevam fight before. I mean, I've seen Charles Johnson. I mean, he's alright, but he's coming off 2 losses right now, and he had a KO over Jimmy Flick. It's probably his best win, but yeah, a few decision losses. Rafael Estevam though, I think he's coming up in 11-0, decent. He's just got a win on the Contender Series. I think I might have saw that. I can't remember, but yeah, he's looking pretty good, you know. So I think I'll pick Estevam. Probably knockout, maybe decision. We'll see. Then moving up the card, we have Trey Ogden versus Nicholas Motta. This is not a bad fight, to be fair. I don't know which way this goes. I mean, Trey Ogden, clearly a submission artist. He's got 11 submission wins on his record, 16-6. It's not a bad record to have, to be fair. He is coming off a decision loss to Bahamondes, but to be fair, Bahamondes is pretty good. I mean, he lost his last fight, but yeah, he still, when he beat him, he looked quite good in that fight, to be fair to him. But yeah, he's got a win over Zellhuber. He's got a lot of wins, to be fair. Nicholas Motta, I cannot remember his last fight, to be fair. He lost in the first round by KO. He got beat by Jim Miller as well. He's not the best of records when he's coming into the UFC. I might pick Trey Ogden here. Probably get it done by submission, but could go to his decision as well. We go to the next fight, which is the first women's fight of the card. We've got to love women's fights. They always excite us, you know. But yeah, we've got Lucy Pudilova versus Ailin Perez. I'm going to butcher so many names on this card, you know. I'm awful with names. But yeah, we've got Pudilova. She is 14-8. Not the best record. She's 29, 9 decision wins, 7 decision losses. That just sounds like women's MMA to me. Just straight decisions. But yeah, she's coming off a loss to Jocelyn Edwards. I mean, honestly, I don't know how to pick women's fights. You'd think you go with logic, and then it just becomes a coin flip when they're in the ring. There's some women you can trust, and some that just, who knows. But then we've got Ailin Perez, 8-2. Not too bad. Same age, 29. She is coming off a win to Ashley Evans-Smith. Looking at their records, I do think Perez is more dangerous, so I would say she's going to win. I'll probably put it by decision if you're going to bet on it, because it's a women's fight over 2.5 rounds or anything like that. You're going to win money. So guys, the next fight up on the card is Jeka Saragih, butchered that, versus Lucas Alexander. I mean, we're looking at them right now, 13-3 for Saragih Si Tengang Maut. Well, I don't know why I'm trying to pronounce that. What am I doing? But oh, it's not good. He's coming off a loss to Jubilee, a TKO loss to Jubilee, and we just saw Jubilee's last fight, and he wasn't the best, really, was he? So that's not a great look. I mean, we've got to give him the benefit of the doubt. Could have been an off night, but Lucas Alexander, what's his record looking like? He's had 2 UFC fights. He lost his first one to submission, then he won his second one by decision. He is 8-3. I think he's got some potential, you know. He's lost all his fights to submission. This Alexander, so I don't think Saragih is much of a submission threat, so I reckon I'm going to pick Lucas Alexander, and I probably get it done by decision. Now we're getting to some real fights here. we have Michael Parkin versus Machado. I have no idea how you say that name. Caio. I'm just gonna say Chow. Who knows? But he's probably Brazilian with that name. But yeah, Michael Parkin. We've got an English fighter. I think I've got 2 English fighters on this card. Got to represent the nation. Come on. But yeah, Mick Parkin. He's good. 7-0. A lot of knockouts. He's even got a submission on there. So I like the look of him. He got his decision win his last one, so he's not too bad. But then Machado, he's also a dangerous fighter. He's 8-1. Oh, he's from Vancouver in Canada. Wouldn't have said that. He's 29, 8-1, and he has 1 draw as well. What's this fight? Is this heavyweight? Yeah, I thought so. I just couldn't remember. But yeah, these guys are both quite dangerous. But to be fair, I think Parkin has a bit more experience in the UFC. Well, 1 fight more. But you know what? I'm going to pick Parkin, and I think he gets the knockout this time. So moving on to the second English fighter on the card, Christian Leroy Duncan, and he is facing Dennis Tuiliulin. What is with these names tonight? Bloody hell, this guy's like got some weird Russian name. Who knows? But yeah, Leroy Duncan didn't look great in his last fight, got to admit, against Aaron Petrosian. He just looked off. It wasn't a great night for him. But I still think he can be dangerous. He just had to go away, do some more training, because he's still a dangerous fighter. He's good. And he's fighting 35-year-old Dennis Tuiliulin from Russia. 10-8. That's a pathetic record. I mean, that is shocking. Coming off 2 losses in the UFC to Gregory Rodriguez in Young Park. I will be picking Leroy Duncan. He's going to knock him out. So we move on up the cards to Jose Johnson versus Chad Anheliger. Yep, just take my word for it. That's what he's called. I mean, Jose Johnson, he got caught in a submission against Blackshear first round. I mean, he's still still got a good chance here. He's still a good fighter. And Chad Anheliger, I guess that's how you say it, 12-6. All these fighters, I swear everyone I've seen so far is like coming off a loss so far. There's been like a couple that have had a win. But I suppose this is still the prelims, I think. Yeah, I've not actually looked at the full card. But yeah, I do think Jose Johnson will get this done tonight. When is it? When is this fight? It's this weekend, I think. Yeah, I would say he's the younger guy. I think he'll get done by decision. Next up on the card, we have Jonathan Pearce versus Joanderson Brito, and this is probably, I think this is going to be a good fight, this one. They're both pretty good fighters. They're both on a win streak at the minute. They're both racking up some wins. We've got JSP over here. I mean, he's got a few good wins under his belt here. He's just coming off a decision win to Darren Elkins almost like a year ago now. So he's been inactive for a bit. I don't know if he might have been injured or something. I'm not sure. But then we have Joanderson Brito, who, if I recount correctly, he has a win over Diego Lopez and Jose Mariscal. I mean, they're both in the UFC now. So, and apart from his loss on his debut, he's got 3 first round finishes, he is dangerous. So I don't know who to pick for this fight. You know, these both are pretty good. They're both lost on the debut. They both won on the Contender Series. It's a pretty hard fight to predict here, but I think I'm gonna keep on the Brito hype train. I'm gonna go Brito by first round KO. I think we've reached the main card now, because we have Uros Medic versus, come on, what is this name? Miktiabek Orolbai. How am I supposed to pronounce that? But I swear this was meant to be. I don't know if he got replaced. I swear it was meant to be a Medic versus Parsons before, but I guess maybe Parsons pulled out. Who knows? But yeah, we have Medic, who is, I don't know how to say that name. Is it Medic? Probably Medic, not Medic. But why is it being so slow? Oh, I mean, to be fair, you might call him Medic because his nickname is the Doctor. So you never know. But he's getting 9-1. He's lost once to submission to Jalen Turner. Fair enough, Jalen Turner's quite good. But yeah, he's coming off a win against TKO win against Semmelsberger. That's decent. I don't know who this Orolbai is from Kyrgyzstan. I guess, I mean, in his picture he's got 2 belts on his thing, so he must be quite good. Never heard of him. 11-1 on 1 draw. I mean, he looks like he's got a pretty decent record. I don't know about how good of the competition he's facing, but yeah, he's got a lot. He's got a lot of KOs under his belt. I mean, I think I will go. I think I will go with Medic though. Medic. Who knows how you say his name? But yeah, I think I still will go with Medic by Medic. Oh, I keep saying that wrong. By KO. I think that's the pick. I just don't know enough about the other guy to pick him. I mean, who knows how good he is? I mean, he might come in and smoke Medic, but we'll have to wait and see. Now we move up to the second women's fight on the card and the last, thank God. But see, we have who is it? Luana Pinheiro versus Amanda Ribas. I don't know. I don't know how to pick women's fights. I'm not gonna lie. It could literally go either way. I mean, Pinheiro's coming off a win, split decision. I mean, all of the things are mostly just decisions. I know she has a few KOs, to be fair, and a DQ win, so fair enough to her. Against Michelle Waterson-Gomez, I think she was not too bad. Amanda Ribas, on the other hand, 11-4, 5'4", quite small. What weight class is this? Flyweight. She is coming off a loss to Macy Barber. I did watch that fight actually, TKO. I mean, it's not often you get KOs in that in women's fights, so when it is, it's a blessing. But yeah, I think Pinheiro is just more consistent, but there is no consistency in picking women's fights. I can tell you that. So I reckon that I think Pinheiro will get this done by. How will she? I don't know. Honestly, I'm gonna go Pinheiro by decision, maybe submission, but I'm going to pick Pinheiro. So moving on, we now have a bantamweight matchup between Peyton Talbott and Nick Aguirre. I swear to God, I must have butchered every single name on this card. Someone in the comments is going to be screaming at me, probably screaming at me for my picks as well, because who knows with my picks. I haven't been watching as long as you guys, so I mean, who's this? Talbott, he's not had a fight in the UFC yet. He's coming off a Contender Series, got a decision win, but he's 6-0, so that's decent. Then we have Nick Aguirre. I'm gonna guess that's how you say his name. 7-1, 1 decision loss in his last fight to Dan Aguirre. But yeah, they both there's only one UFC fight combined, so not too much. They're both prospects, I suppose you should say. But who to pick for this one? I think he's only 25. I think he's got a lot of talent. I'm gonna pick Talbott to get it done, and I'll probably see him getting a KO. Next up, we have a pretty good fight here. We have Chase Hooper versus Jordan Leavitt or Leavitt. Leavitt. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, Chase Hooper, he's decent, 12-3. I mean, he's got a few losses recently, I suppose. I mean, last couple of years. I mean, he's coming off a decision win. It's a bit on and off now and again, but he's not a bad fighter. He's all right. Jordan Leavitt, however, he is 11-2, so similar records realistically. The Monkey King, apparently. So his nickname is. He is coming off a first round KO over Victor Martinez. So that's decent. But he did lose to Paddy Pimblett, which takes his stock down a little bit, I've got to say. And he did beat Trey Ogden, who's also fighting on this card. I think I picked Trey Ogden to win as well. Damn, it was only like 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes ago, probably I've picked that, but already forgetting. But I do like Chase Hooper, you know. So I think I'm going to go with Chase Hooper by submission. That's a cheeky little play there, but I think he can get it done by submission here. Now we have the co-main event of the evening. Michael Morales versus Jake Matthews. I mean, if my bloody website would load, it would help. I mean, I did see Michael Morales' last fight. He very dominant performance against Max Griffin. Just basically beat him up for 3 rounds. Wasn't much in it to say. But yeah, he does look pretty good. He is dangerous. 15-0. I mean, that is one hell of a record, and he's only 23. Like, this guy in the welterweight division, he is a prospect and a half. I mean, Jesus Christ, he's looking good. Then we have Jake Matthews, the Celtic kid, 19-6. I mean, this should be a good fight, to be fair. I do look forward to it. I mean, this guy offers a submission threat. I do think, however, Michael Morales is more dangerous on the feet. And to be fair, I reckon Morales will get this done by knockout or TKO or any of the above. And now we're here at the main event. I won't bore you any longer with me talking here. We have Brendan Allen versus Paul Craig. I mean, I love Paul Craig, you know. I've watched his, he just moved, it's a new division, middleweight. He's already taken it by storm with a TKO of Andrew Muniz. I mean, that was pretty good, to be fair to him. But, damn, he is, I don't know about Paul Craig, to be fair. When he's on form, he's a dangerous opponent. But Brendan Allen as well, 22-5. This is 2 submission artists coming up against each other, to be fair. Allen has 13 submissions to his name, and Paul Craig has 13 as well. So, honestly, if this goes to the ground, who knows who gets this done? But I've clicked off the thing. But to be fair, I don't know, when you get 2 grapplers like this. I mean, to be fair, Paul Craig is coming off a KO win, to be fair, so that is decent for him. I still think Brendan Allen is a better fighter than him. I know I do like Paul Craig. I would love to see him win, to be fair. But if I'm being smart, betting analysis, if you're 18 or over, going bet on all my picks, you'll win loads of money, I promise you. I think Brendan Allen will get this done for himself. Yeah, probably decision, submission, knockout. Who knows? I don't know what to pick for this one, but I do think Brendan Allen will get it done. And there we have it, guys. That is all 13 picks for this weekend's UFC card. I mean, it's not the greatest event. I mean, when Paul Craig and Brendan Allen are headlining a UFC event, you know, it's not that great. But we did come off last week's thing. Was amazing. How many knockouts was on that Aspinall and Pereira card? That was mental. But yeah, let me know down in the comments if you agree, disagree with any of my picks, or if you want to see me continue with this. I mean, if you guys hit like on this video, I'll continue doing this for the rest of the UFC events that come. You know, I'm down to share my picks with you guys. I've won quite a bit on betting on UFC before, so I thought, why not share my love for the game? So if you guys enjoyed it and want to see more, go and hit that like button, leave a comment, hit subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.